Meet Sam Davis. This joyful 9-year-old will inspire you. Learn why a local business is pushing to have his name known. Welcome back to DFW CLoseup. Our next segment is all about raising awareness and money for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Joining us is 9-year-old Sam Davis, who has type 1 diabetes, and his father, Chris Davis, who founded Sam's Search for a Cure, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Also, here's Chris Lawson, the CEO of Eli Daniel Staffing Group, both a partner and founding sponsor for Sam's Search. Thank you all for being here this morning. It is great to have you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so I want to talk about Sam's Search first of all. We'll talk to you, Dad. How did this get started and why?
Well, shortly after Sam became diagnosed with type 1, we joined the JDRF Walk to Cure Diabetes, and it was after that first year that Mr. Lawson and myself started talking about how can we raise more money and more awareness for type 1 diabetes, and JDRF specifically. And that's where we kind of thought of a golf tournament, and kind of grew from there. That was the starting point. So it's just really taken off from there.
We'll definitely touch on that golf tournament, which is coming up. But let's talk about when Sam was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. He's 9 years old now. Very cute. You're a handsome little guy. When were you diagnosed, and what's life like for you on a daily basis?
I was diagnosed whenever I was 4 years old, and it's pretty easy having diabetes, but you have to take shots and test your blood before meals, and if you get shaky, you have to go inside and test your blood sugar, and if you're low, then you have to eat some sugar to get your blood sugar back up.
Well, I think that you're actually pretty brave. I don't know that it can be easy, but for you to say that, I think that's very admirable. Dad, listening to your son talk about this, you must be very proud. He's got to deal with a lot.
The fact that he said makes it easy is reassuring to me, because I worry. It's like, at school, they have a snack just out of the blue. He can't necessarily participate in that unless adjustments are made to his insulin. So the fact that he sees it as easy is just refreshing to me. My wife works diligently day and night to ensure that he gets to participate in every event and anything that all the other kids around him get to do. So that may be a lot of why he thinks it's easy. Mom works really hard at that.
Why was it that you all really felt the need to create this foundation in his name to raise money for juvenile diabetes?
Just looking at some of the stuff that JDRF is involved in, some of the research, it just seems like we're on the verge of a cure. I mean, they're coming along with different things for managing the diabetes that are game changers, just with the simple management. I mean, it's been the old style syringes for so long, and now everyone's using pumps, and there's just so much more technology, and JDRF is responsible for a lot of that. And so we just we want to do our part, to really see that through, and just believe that, hopefully before he's out of high school, that he doesn't have to take shots 4 times a day anymore. He's just like any other kid, but there's just a lot behind the scenes that most people don't see. And love to see that removed someday.
Well, that's great. I love having movers and shakers on the show, which you all very much seem to be. Chris Dawson, let's switch over to you of Eli Daniel Staffing Group. Tell us a little bit about your company, and then why you chose to be a part of this. Why is it important for you to give back to the community?
Well, our company, the Eli Daniel Staffing Group, we are a full-service placement firm. We staff temporary, temp to hire, direct hire folks on all different types of positions throughout DFW and Texas. And part of our DNA is really serving and reaching out, and it was just a natural partnership. Chris and I, we became friends about 5 years ago, and then I met Sam, and it was like, oh, and I saw what he was going through. They were over our house one day, and Sam came downstairs, and he had this glazed look in his eye. And it was at that moment, it's like he knew that he needed something, because if you don't get that sugar, then it can be fatal. And as a result of that, it just inspired us. I'm a golfer. Chris is a golfer. We're walking, doing the JDRF walk, and it's like, let's put on a golf tournament and let's make it excellent. Let's make the best golf tournament in Dallas-Fort Worth. And so we have steered towards that. The first year was a success. Last year was awesome. This year we sold the tournament out in 18 days.
Which is great, but if people want to get involved, they can still do so. You all are still looking for sponsors, for example. Talk about when the golf tournament is and a few details about it.
Sure. The golf tournament is Friday the 13th of April. And it's a 1 o'clock shotgun start. And then we've got a banquet type function after, where we've got an MC, and we're going to do a live auction to raise funds that go to the Dallas chapter in Sam's name. And so we do have sponsorship opportunities still available, and you can find that out at samsearch.org. And it's a wonderful event, and it's going to be around for a long time. Hopefully, once we get a cure for juvenile diabetes, then Sam's going to pick something else that he wants to move on to, because it's Sam Search, and it's about Sam, and we'll see what he ultimately comes up with once he's cured.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for being here. Sam, do you want to say anything else, maybe what your hope for the future of all this, for yourself, for juvenile diabetes?
I just hope that everyone will find a cure for diabetes so that no kids have to take any more shots.
Thank you so much for being here, and I hope so too. Thank you, guys. To donate to Sam's Search and learn more about Sam Davis and his journey, make sure to visit samsearch.org.